Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile, starting right away with some upcoming new unique items. First one, it's called Icecold, and it's pretty much a fire leveling wand, whether it's a spell or an attack, and it also has increased burning damage, a very high chance to ignite for the normal standards of Path of Exile items, and also the bonus of a 10% chance to cast a level 8 Summon Raging Spirit on kill, which is probably going to be useless most of the times, but maybe while you're leveling it's actually going to be somewhat useful or good. Second one is Veruso's Battering Rams. It's an armor based pair of gloves which has attack speed, movement speed, increased melee damage per endurance charge, and also you cannot be shocked while at maximum endurance charges. So it's really good, especially if you're using Vinctar's flasks. However, the downside is that it increases the stun duration on you by 50%. So if you can negate that, or you don't really care about that, those gloves are actually really good. Third unique is 3-step assault. It's this time an evasion boot, and beside the normal things, it has 40% increased evasion rating while you have onslaught, and 10% chance to dodge spell while phasing. So this is probably really good for the Raider class. If you get either onslaught or phasing, you can get the other one through flasks. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting defensive mechanism. And then we got some more Divination cards. I can't believe how many cards are actually going around. There are probably a lot of them right now. I totally lost count of how many came out. But anyway, the most interesting one to me this time are the Harvester, which gives the Harvest a unique item exclusive to Beyond, so it's now Legacy. Also, well, now Legacy, you can actually get it somehow, but still really hard to get. Also, Rigvald's Curse. This is definitely a much harder item to obtain, also because we aren't going to see the previous league for like 7 leagues worth, so very interesting card there. 6th link Holy Chainmail, it's only item level 60, but it's definitely a 6th link, so it's really good. And the map, it's only tier 5, so I don't know why they draw it red. I guess that really needs to be changed, because yeah, it's not going to be red anyway. And then GGG decided to give a spotlight to a couple community builds aimed for new players. Since the new leagues are going to start soon, this is definitely something interesting, and I don't see how an Animate Weapon Summoner is a starting build for new players, but I haven't read it, so it's definitely really good, I guess, if it made it to the top. Anyway, Animate Weapon Summoner, Ancestral Protector Totems, this is definitely a totem build, so kind of easy, definitely easy. Ice Nova and Glacial Cascade always worked, never been my favorite, but they're definitely a good skill to start with. And a Double Strike Wild Strike, again, I don't know how Wild Strike is in any place to be in a beginner build, also because it's really hard to understand how it works. Double Strike, yeah, that's a good one. Blade Vortex Pathfinder, probably one of the strongest builds around. And yeah, definitely gear reliant, or flask reliant at least. So, well, if GGG says they're good for new players, I guess they are. Maybe I'm just pessimistic, but yeah, still definitely very interesting build, whether they are for beginners or not. And then we got a new skill. It's called Lacerate, and it's a physical melee skill. You can use it with sword and axes, and as you can see, it kind of shoots 2 slashes. First one on the left, second one on the right. Each of these slash deals less damage than a cleave. However, they overlap right in the middle, close to the character, so you can actually kind of double dip, and that's kind of better than cleave, I guess. That's how GGG said it. Not really in these terms, but that's kind of it. Also, you can modify it with AoE, so if the AoE will increase the width other than the range, this skill is definitely going to be really strong, because the overlapping in the middle is going to be really good for killing bosses, and the fact that you can shoot it, you can actually use it somewhat from a distance. It's kind of a reave-cleave mix, so it's pretty interesting skill. The sound, you couldn't hear it here, but it's not the best one, I think. It kind of feels like wood instead of just lacerating the enemy, which is what the skill is called. Also, the skill has no bleed chance whatsoever. Again, a lacerate skill does actually really call for some bleed or something, but other than that, the skill looks really cool, and it's definitely going to be used somewhat, although it's gonna be hard to beat the Earthquake released in last season. So, and then we get to the real update here. So the next challenge league is going to be called Prophecy, and it's going to start on the 3rd of the next month. So it's really close. It's just 2 weeks. The first week now is gonna be the last Perandus week, so if you haven't completed challenges, if you still want to do something, be sure to do it quick, because the leagues are ending. So how's the Prophecy League gonna work? Pretty much around one monster per area will drop silver coin, and then you will find Navali in each city, and you can pay her 1 silver to receive a prophecy. Prophecy are kind of foreseeing your future. What are they actually? They are pretty much side quests with a reward. Sometimes the prophecy itself is the reward. So, for example, they make an example here. You get the prophecy Monstrous Treasure, which fills the map with stromboxes rather than the monsters. It means probably the first map you enter will be filled with stromboxes rather than the monsters. And, well, this is already this prophecy in this case is already a reward itself. And in Path of Exile style, you can pay Navali and you can get the prophecy as an item, and you can trade the item. So there are going to be really rare prophecies. I think Ziggy D teased one where the next item you 6 socket, it also becomes 6 linked. So that's going to be worth a damn lot of money, and it's also going to be rare as fuck. So you will be able to trade these prophecies. Maybe someone will need them, for example, like this one. You will find Zana, so if you're trying to level up Zana, this is really good, or if you're just trying to get her for the first time, this is an example of a silver coin anyway. There are also prophecy chains, which are subsequential quests pretty much. So if you get the first one, you gain access to the second one, and then if you're lucky to get the second one, you go on. And at the end, you will receive one of the 4 keys, and these 4 keys will grant you access to fight the Pale Council. We still do not know anything about the Pale Council, but there's definitely going to be teasers throughout these 2 weeks, so stay tuned, because we're going to know pretty much everything about it. To be honest, we're going to know too much about it by the time it starts. There's also fated unique items. Pretty much what happens is certain prophecies will guide you to wield one of these items to complete its destiny, and it will change the item at the end. So for example, Death Harp, here it's changed into Death Opus, and it gains 1 additional arrow again. Bramblejack, which is one of the worst unique in the games, will gain 2000 armor. We don't know if there's a bracket, so maybe it can go from 15,000 to 12,000, I don't know, something like that, but it's still a lot of armor, and it actually makes this unique useful for higher level content. Another example is the Karui Charge here, which has gained attack speed, and it's pretty damn interesting, especially for ST in this case. But anyway, we are obviously getting more challenges, and much like the Perandus League, Prophecy Leagues will include a set of 40 challenges. Again, completing 12 will give you the Prophecy Footprint effects, this purple effect here. Completing 24 will give you the purple effect for the weapons, pretty cool. And the 36, this time, instead of a portal, it's going to be the Navali Pet Monkey. So I personally really like this color, and I can't wait to actually complete these challenges. As usual, from the 19th challenge onward, every third challenge you will gain a piece of the totem, which, as usual, is only decent if you get to all of the challenges, so I don't know about that, but anyway, the rumors were actually true. There is a fourth labyrinth which is accessed through endgame maps, so all the data mining that was made about item level 75 enchantments, all the kind of stuff, it's actually true. And there is this new labyrinth, which new type of traps you can see here, which you can kind of disable for a short time. I don't think you can kill them. But anyway, you have new improved enchantments for gloves, boots, I think, and of course helms. In this case, for example, 30% increased blade vortex duration. That is pretty damn good. So you can definitely have a new type of grind if you want in this endgame labyrinth, which is not going to be too grindable, except for the fact that you will have to be very fast completing all the maps. So you will, of course, doing more maps, you will get more access to this endgame labyrinth, although we still don't know exactly how it works. New skills, we already saw all of those, so not really gonna stop there. New items, already saw all of these, except this place map, which is a new tier 14 map, and it's a red map, so you won't be seeing it anyway. And there's some balance changes. You can actually gain 2 more ascendancy points when completing the new labyrinth, so this will give you access to a lot of more things when going into ascendancies, and it's going to be crazy. For example, let's take the Pathfinder. You will be able to take both the 4 points path nodes, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. So because of that, there are going to be some balance changes. Hopefully it's not just going to be everything toned down and be like, now you can take 8 things, so everything is going to be worth less. I mean, I'd rather have the choice and have it worth more. But anyway, there are also very interesting things going on behind the scenes, behind the content, and in this case, Path of Exile is completely overhauling how it manages the memory and the sound system. So as far as the memory goes, you will now be loading stuff in the background as you play, so the loading screens will be faster. The loading screen, the first one getting you to the login point, they say it's going to be 1 second or less on an SSD, and like 2 seconds on an hard disk drive, which is absolutely incredible considering how long it's always been. And it also uses less memory than before, so all out of memory crashes should be gone. Of course, they won't be gone for good, but most likely reduced by a large margin. Also, the audio system has been replaced, just say that, but it's really interesting because this will actually improve the performances, even though some might not notice. The sound actually improved the performances. That's why people used to use the no sound option, which is not in the game, but you can actually tweak the files to do so, which will improve the performance. You won't be needing to do that again, because now there's a new sound system which is going to be better and more performance. So really good. Also, there's a new supporter pack. It's a single pack this time. It's aimed at $60 mark and includes this purplish armor, the mask, the portal effect, portal frame, some kind of stuff, and it's pretty good, to be honest. I really like these purplish colors and the eyes. It's really good, so I don't know, I'm really tempted about it. Also, there's some more coverage over here, some videos, couple videos and a couple articles. I recommend the MMO Hats video. The others are like usual trash, I guess. And that's about it, I think. It's coming on June 3rd, Pacific time. So the usual starting time for leagues and all the kind of stuff. So it's pretty much it. That was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.